to the Fall Founders District Conference. I ask you to commit to ask the question. I ask you to be willing to step forward. Welcome to the community of learners where leaders are made.
We're going to have 8, count them 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait a minute. Laughter leader contestants. They're going to lead you in your workout. While you're laughing, your diaphragm is going to give your organs a free massage. While you're laughing, your blood pressure will go out and then it will drop down. While you're laughing, your body's going to call out the cavalry.
Virginia Slim tells me I've come a long way, baby.
For instance, in the last 10-15 years, there's been a lot of talk about not having women in the front lines during war because we're not aggressive enough, we don't kill fast enough. I think all the general has to do is go up to these women and say, "You see the enemy over there? They said you look fat in these uniforms." Stand back, watch the massacre.
Hi, I'm Linda Brown. This is Founders District TV and Founders District Conference, Fall Conference. I'm with Charlie Cheatham today. And Charlie, tell us what you just won.
I won second place in the district conference contest, humorous contest.
Second place in the district humorous contest. What I would first like to hear from you is about a 1-minute synopsis of what your speech was about today.
All right, thank you. My speech was about the star who never was, and it told a life story, kind of using an exaggerated amount of my life and comparing it to the football player Marcus Dupree, who went on to play professional football, but he never really panned out to what the scouts and all of the professionals thought of him.
And it told the life story of football extraordinaire Marcus Dupree, the highs and lows of his life. Now, while watching that documentary, I noticed that Marcus and I shared a few things in common. For instance, Marcus and I were both born baby boys. Amazing. Secondly, Marcus had a football growing up. I had a football growing up. Now, what are the chances of that happening?
And I use my life in the same synopsis, basically saying, hey, I didn't pan out to be that great athlete that people thought, but in life in general, you may feel that you're the same way, that you could be a star, but people doubted you. So it just was kind of like a humorous side to put a spin on that.
So I go to coach and say, hey, coach, when are you going to use me, your secret weapon? He said, how can I say this, Charlie, but you're too good. Too good? Too good? Who says these kind of things? So as coach walked away from me and I pondered down the sideline, I kind of thought about what he said. Maybe he's right. Maybe I am too good.
Yeah.
All right, so by winning today, you're sort of ruining your reputation, wouldn't you say so?
I wouldn't say ruining my reputation, maybe getting a reputation started.
And where are you going from here, Charlie? What's the next step for you?
Next step for me is going to the meeting at 6:30 on Wednesday night at Table Talkers Club in Bueno Park Library, where I'm a member and I just love my club there. And I also wanted to introduce someone who inspired me to kind of finish that, and that's Jamira Bryant, my girlfriend here. And she was a big part of helping me complete and find that part where I was missing in my speech. So I just wanted to publicly acknowledge her and say thank you for helping me on this speech, and thank you for supporting me all these times coming to the different contests that I've had. So thank you.
And thank you so much. So Esther, I'd like to hear from you. What are you feeling right now?
Oh, I'm just so very proud of him, just hearing him practice and just being there to support him means so much to me, and I appreciate him having me around to share this with him.
Okay, thank you so much. This has really been a wonderful experience seeing you today, seeing you perform today. And for a final word, what do you have to say to people, not only in your club, but just in a broader sense, that are just too afraid to even step up to the plate and come to Toastmasters?
I would say to everyone, take those opportunities that Toastmaster gives you and go for it. Someone once told me, they said that you'll only grow as much as your pain threshold. And a lot of times in life, we start to feel like, oh, you know what, I'm nervous, I'm jittery, I don't think I can do this. But those are actually the points in your life that you're really growing, when you're going through that pain, when you're feeling nervous, or you're feeling like, oh, you know what, I can't even give someone eye contact. Those are the points that you're growing in life. So I would say seize the opportunity. Toastmaster, that's what it's here for. It's here to help us to be better leaders and communicators. And it's a family. You could pretty much go to anyone, go to any club, and to be a part of something like that where people are really wanting to help you, you can't ask for anything else. So for me, it's truly been a blessing, and I say go for it and seize those opportunities, because they're there for you.
I'm glad I asked that question, and now you can see why this man is a winner for sure.
So if you didn't get that dream job or promotion that you always wanted, don't worry about it, because you were too good for it. And if you didn't get that dream girl or guy that you always dreamed about in life, don't worry about it. You were too good for it. And if you believed everything that I told you in this speech is true, then I got a $1,000 football signed by Michael Jordan for sale after the meeting.
Here we are at the Fall District Conference for Founders District with the winner of the humorous contest, Daniel. Would you please tell me your last name for starters?
Daniel Midson-Short is my name.
Daniel Midson-Short.
Midson-Short.
Who's quite tall.
That's right.
Daniel, you've come a long way. Tell us about where you came from and what the essence of your speech was today.
Well, I'm originally from Sydney, Australia. I moved here a couple of years ago and joined Toastmasters at the start of this year to just improve some speaking skills, and got kind of roped into going into the humorous speech contest with a speech about Aussie myths and legends, the things Americans think about Australians.
Thanks, Mr. Contest Master. G'day, Toasties, how you going? Good to be here. G'day, judges. My fellow Americans, I know that you think that is the way Australians talk. And I understand that, I do. And I have learned in my time living here as an Australian in America that there are a lot of myths and legends that you guys think about Australia that aren't quite true.
Turned out quite well, apparently.
Apparently so. Apparently so. But the first thing I'd like to hear is tell us a little bit about the outfit that you did have on during the contest. How did you put that together?
Yeah, I had to go to Walmart and buy some workwear, so I looked like Steve Irwin with the rolled up pants and rolled up shirt, and then I had a boomerang and an Aussie hat to go with it, so I looked the part. So, you know, keep the legend alive that Australians all dress that way. So.
Well, what I would like to hear from you is one of the main impressions that you have of how Americans perceive the Australians in a way that was really funny to you.
I think they all think that we're kind of these rugged, you know, crocodile wrestling people who just, I don't know, seem to live in the outback. It's like there's no cities or something.
Let me explain how Australian rugby works, okay? You have two teams of the toughest, burliest men in the world facing off with no pads and no helmets, and they run into each other until one of the teams dies. And then we all drink a beer in their honour.
But I can assure you, Sydney and Melbourne and Brisbane and other parts of Australia are very civilised and very nice, and so we're well-spoken, normal people, same as you guys. And yeah, it's very funny when you hear all the impressions you get of Australia.
It really was. What was the scariest part of doing this contest today?
I don't know. It was actually, I didn't feel too nervous today, I think, because you know you're among friends and everyone here is supporting you. So I kind of felt at this stage it was just a fun exercise, and to talk to a bigger crowd, I think there was about 150 in there today. That was a big challenge. I've never done that size crowd before, but it was fun to be part of it. So.
Okay. And where are you going to go from here?
Oh, who knows? I think I'm going to go home and have a rest. So maybe drink that Foster's can that I've been carrying around for 3 weeks.
Talking about beer, there seems to be this myth in America. You all know what I'm talking about. Hey, Ozzy, let's have a Foster's. I'm sorry to tell you guys, Australians actually don't like Foster's. We actually don't drink it.
And where does this go from here? What is your next step?
Well, I guess I can enter another contest and see how we go maybe next year in the international, and yeah, hopefully maybe do a different type of speech. But for now, I'm just very happy with the win, and it's great for my club and my area. Toastmasters 6658 and area G2, Division G. So I'm proud to support you guys and support Toastmasters. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Daniel. It was a pleasure. And congratulations.
I'm very privileged to be on Founders District TV. Thank you.
And you know what? If you can't beat them, join them. So you know what, Toasties? It's been great having a bit of a chinwag with you, but listen, I've got to head out. I've got my kangaroo outside. Going to take me to the airport, jump on a Qantas jet, head back to Sydney. Cricket season's starting, and crikey, I think me koala's almost out of Foster's, so I better head off. Cheers, mate.